Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, I'm reading this amazing book. It's called Secrets of Divine Love. And there's this really beautiful story here that I would want to share with you today. A traveler was wandering through a town, searching for hope, when he came across a crippled beggar, then an old woman getting beaten, and then the funeral of a baby. He fell into a spell of pain, distraught from the despair, famine and destruction he witnessed. He ran out of the town into the vast silence of the desert at night and screamed to God, "Oh, why God? Why is there so much pain? Why is there so much oppression, so much injustice? Why don't you do something?" The man was crying as he was punching the desert floor with his fists, crying over and over again, "Why don't you do something, Lord? Why is there so much war and cancer and hatred? Why must so many people starve themselves to sleep? Why must children be homeless? Oh God, why don't you do something? Why don't you quench the flames of our sadness? Why don't you bring joy where hope is lost? Why don't you do something?" The poor man dug his knuckles into the hot sand and screamed until he fell into an ecstatic state and heard the divine reply, "I did do something. I created you." Subhanallah, this story, it just got me to think that we don't really understand what our purpose is on this earth. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that we're the Khalifa, we're supposed to be taking care of this earth, we're supposed to be taking care of the people, we don't understand that just like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could do everything himself, and yet he still gets the angels to do jobs. And just like that, we as Ihsaan, we have jobs. Our job is that if you're seeing an old woman getting beaten, why weren't you there to stand in justice? If you can see that there are homeless children, why aren't you there to help those homeless children? And if you can see a lot of sadness in someone's eyes, then why aren't you there to lift that sadness, to help them through tough times? This is our responsibility as people. And I hope that inshallah, the way I was just mesmerized and just starstruck by this story, I hope you are also. And hopefully this should get you to start doing things on your own, start realizing that, yeah, I do have a responsibility, and that the miracle of Allah is that Allah created us and we are the agents of Allah to help humankind in this world. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.